Hello everyone and welcome back to Ian's Innovations. On April 28th, 2017, a game called Little Nightmares was released. It was developed by Tarsier Studios and published by Bandai Namco. Since then, there has been a 3-part DLC for the game called Secrets of the Maw, a series of comic books which for some reason never continued after the second issue, an announced TV show which as of April 2020, its current status is unknown, a mobile prequel game called Very Little Nightmares that was instead developed by Alike Studios for iOS and later for Android, and lastly, there will be a follow-up called Little Nightmares 2 being developed once again by Tarsier Studios that was announced to be released in 2020, but as of now, no exact release date has been given. You may recall that last year, I celebrated Little Nightmares' 2-year anniversary by unboxing and reviewing the 6th edition of the game. For this year, to celebrate Little Nightmares' 3-year anniversary, I'll be showing you a playthrough of the game that shows how I got the in-game achievement called Hard to the Core. Basically, what you need to do in order to achieve it is by playing the main campaign in under an hour without dying once. Out of all the in-game achievements, this one is by far the hardest. I earned the achievement all the way back on February 2nd, 2018. It of course took me multiple attempts to do it, and fun fact, a lot of those attempts were when I first used this capture card to record the footage. And since then I've been using it to record more footage of the game for videos on my channel. I recall that the reason why I wanted to record myself earning the achievement was just because I wanted to show others and myself how I got it. And this was, I believe, a couple weeks before I thought of the idea of making a YouTube channel. Also, I should let you guys know that the playthrough will feature commentary of me talking about how it was like getting the achievement, and all commentary will be unscripted. Well then, let's see how exactly I got the Hard to the Core achievement. Okay, things have just begun. Yeah, so one of the things you need to keep in mind is that when doing this achievement, you have to start a new game. Like, you can't begin the main campaign through Chapter Select. It has to be you have to do a new game. And I actually didn't find out about this till later, which sucked. And this is not when the timer begins. I'll tell you exactly when. So yeah, there's the lady. Just gotta wait till she comes around. Okay, right then is when the timer starts. Okay, so before I get into all the commentary and the points. So this was a very hard achievement, like I said. And I think this is the first time I did one of those challenges. I've heard the achievements of beating the game under a certain time limit, and I've done one of those things before with completing a game with a certain amount of death limits or no deaths with the game Limbo. But combining these just makes it really hard. So when you have to complete under a time limit, you have to rush. And when you rush, you make mistakes, like bumping into things like I did there. And when you rush, you often die. So, yeah, that made the game hard. Well, this challenge, I mean. So you have to sprint a lot, obviously. And I also do a little bit of jumping, as you see there. So in this thing, obviously every second matters. If anything. Yeah, I'm doing more jumping there. So just in this, skip any collectible you could do, lamp you could turn on or anything. And avoid the leeches. They aren't that hard to avoid, obviously, since they're the first enemies you encounter. And with the running thing, uh, eventually if you run too much, 6 gets tired and you have to like begin walking in order to get your normal run. Okay, you fall down. Now, since I've played this game a lot, I can easily get by this part. Yeah, keep running over the gap. And over here, you're supposed to cross that when playing. But here's a technique, you could completely jump over it. And I believe in sometimes before I died there, which sucked, especially when dying on the first chapter. Here to save time, just jump there. You're supposed to take the long way the first time. And then immediately start pulling the crank. And then just jump, and run jump like you normally do. You could slide, but you don't have to do it. Over here I slid, so I can keep going faster. Now you could jump on that towel rope, but I missed there, as you see. So yeah, when you rush, you make mistakes, and I really hate that when doing this. Now I was just messing with the camera. So here I tried doing the pulling the power switch without closing the door, but there I actually didn't put it in all the way, but there I did. So over here, just turn off the power automatically, well, and then just keep running. Like normally you just walk in and then you have to come back, but here just keep doing it. And for some reason I didn't turn on my lighter, which would have been useful. Oh well. So here I walk in order to get my energy back. I don't know if that was the best thing to do, but I managed to get it on this playthrough, so it worked out in the end. Here's the first watch light. So of course the obvious trick here is just to go behind the light so you don't have to cross and not get caught in the light. Climb up the cages. Just run here. Okay, here's a good trick. Here's where you first encounter the janitor. Now just keep running past the janitor, and this is when it's like animation plays. I don't know if it's like AI triggers here, but you see there, I just skipped that whole section. And I believe sometimes there I missed that jump, so I had to climb up, but there I didn't. One useful tip, you can also crouch faster. So that's how you get through like these air vents. Okay, 6 falls out. Of course, throughout the game, there are the moments where 6 gets really hungry. Now, one thing that I've learned through another playthrough of this achievement is that you could jump and you could shut off a few seconds. Now, yeah, it's only a few seconds, but in this, every second counts. And I believe I had about less than 4 minutes to spare, so yeah. Over there is, gotta wait for the kid to give you the bread. Hey, remember when people thought that kid was thrown away kid? Yeah. There's Shadow 6. Okay, so just keep going. Go on through the shower. Oh, you could actually jump across that gap so you don't have to go the other way. And sometimes one of the things that happens during, like, when you grab a hold of things, sometimes 6 won't, like, climb up all the way or won't tug on stuff. Like it won't with the janitor where you cut his arms off. Okay, so there I nearly missed that. Oh, you see? There. I don't know if you caught that, but I didn't go up all the way, so I had to go back and then I could've. Now, I don't know if you could climb faster while holding, like, the X button on PS4. That's what I use. See, you could also jump on top of the climbing things in order to save, like, a second or two. Okay, pull up that switch. And don't do it when it hits all the way. Yeah. So you can keep the momentum going. Climb up early. And right when it's about when you're able to jump, like jump right now. Now in here, I think you might supposed to pull out 3 cabinets, but what I always do is I first pull out this left cabinet, and I pull out the one over it, and there you go. I don't know if you heard that, but I heard a door behind me. That was my brother's room. Push that box. There you go. Now I've seen some people do this trick where you just jump down and right before you hit the ground and die, they like pause the game and then do the thing where you go to near last save and that was it. I didn't do that here. I didn't want to be that much of a cheater. Okay, avoid the leeches here. They're not hard to avoid if you played it so many times. Go on through that electric fence. Well, that fence which was electrified before. And here's the second mechanical eye. Now, I don't know if you're able to, like, go behind, the lit part. I mean, I think I attempted it before, but didn't work, so just gotta go along like you do normally. Okay. Now don't go across that eye when it's going the direction, because it'll see you and then it'll immediately catch you. Well, I don't know if I explained that well. So go across those ledges and then, I mean, that gap, and then immediately climb up the box. And keep going here. This is the end of the first chapter to prison. Now, the only things I cut out in this playthrough are the loading screens, so like right here. And here's the beginning of chapter 2, the Lair. Now, here's the really big sets of stairs, and I believe it like died in a playthrough because the camera angle, which sucked. I should tell you guys that this whole thing was recorded in segments, so there was some splicing I had to do, and you'll know it when there's like the screen turns red for a split second. I'll tell you when. So just telling you that in case you guys see it and think that I cheated. I'll also show the achievement popping up. So take the briefcase in. Flip the thing. Now what I did here is that I opened the door here early so that when getting the key I don't have to like drop it and then open the door and then pick up the key again. Climb up the really tall set of drawers. Come back down. Of course, dropping the key always happens. I don't think you can like ever drop it and then not let go of the key. So toss the key over there and then unlock the lock. I always wonder why the locks are placed so low to the ground, besides gameplay reasons. Take the monkey and then throw it to the button. Keep holding the monkey until the elevator comes so that you don't have to like pick it up and waste a few seconds. You just throw it. And here you can just cool off and wait. I actually have tea right now, so if my voice like starts to get not very well, I could just take a sip and that's fine. I'm really hoping you don't like get interrupted during this whole thing. This is the second part where 6 gets hungry. So yeah, just jump, it'll save a few seconds. Now, I don't know if some things might like turn out like a little bit out of sync. I apologize on if it is. That's because of the way I'm like voicing over this. I should come up with a better way. If you know how to a way to like voice over and have footage playing at the same time, please let me know in the comments, because I'd like to take any advice if it is going to improve my channel. Shadow 6 is up there on the pipe. Yeah, and the janitor locks you here. Okay, so this is when things start to get really stressful. Like chapter 2, the Lair. Like the janitor and like the way he works can get really like stressful, especially when you're trying to rush and not die. Okay, so as soon as you're able to get out, just get out of the cage. So what you should do here is take the cage, but not take it directly underneath like the handle. I think I put it too close. But you could jump and you can automatically get momentum going. And I just jumped there. And don't turn around too fast, because I did that here and I got crushed from that gate and died. Ignore all the candles and lamps they could light up. Obviously. So slide down there. And this is where you first like have to counter. So just keep sprinting. I jumped. Slide through that duct. And if he comes in, go back out. Oh, and that audio splice is gonna show up any sec now. Take the crank and make sure you're in the direction you're on the right. And yeah, it was right there. So there's the audio splice. I mean the video splice. So just go when the opening is all the yeah. Okay, so just go through. One tip I could give you is that when you're like going through here, just keep holding crouch so you don't have to like stand up when there's a section. So here, just jump through the whole shoe pit. There's the shoe monster. We still know what it looks like. So just keep jumping. Don't wait. Just jump. Okay, go inside. For some reason the camera zoomed in. Okay, just keep running because the janitor shows up. You should try sliding, but unfortunately I couldn't do that. The janitor just clipped through the pipe. Oh well, he's not supposed to do that, by the way. It's just a glitch. Immediately go and hide in that box. And I'll drink tea right now. Over here you can cool off just a little bit, but not for long. As long as you're hiding in there, the janitor can't do anything to you. Okay, as soon as it's off the board, just go underneath. Okay, just wait until the janitor goes into the room on the right. Take the toy monkey and just throw it all the way across the room if you can. Wait till the janitor comes into that room. And then just immediately running. Don't step on the wood because that'll alert the janitor. And fun fact, I died here so many times when first attempting this. So keep going, don't stay for too long or else the janitor will catch you. Push the box and you're in the duct. Okay, you're in the clock room. Push down this old door. And keep running all the way there. When you have the opportunity to get the shoe, just take it. Throw it to the button. And just keep running. The janitor will get distracted by the noise of the clocks. Keep going, keep going. I still don't know why that door's there, but oh well. Keep climbing. I have no idea why the janitor has a whole library if he can't see. Sorry about that. Okay, there's the janitor again. Okay, just wait until he like walks over there. And here's another trick you could do. Now normally you're supposed to climb up to the bookshelves, but here just run. Go through that bookshelf and then just run. Like, and then go under there. And I got stuck here and I almost died, as you can see there. And just climb up the books. And then the TV room. So you're gonna just turn on the TV, take the crank, and hide, because the janitor is gonna come in. And just sneak out. One of the downsides with Adobe Premiere Pro is that when you have headsets plugged in, the noise isn't coming, the sound isn't coming from the headsets instead, coming from like the speakers. So I'm just hoping I get everything in sync. Okay, so put the crank in. I messed up there. And the janitor hears you. As soon as the piano is reasonable, I will just jump up. Go further. Don't stay on the far left because the janitor will soon come up and he could catch you. And just when you have to do, just go through there. Here's the cart. This is probably my best clues that the engine room is right next to the lair. Keep pushing the cart. Now one of the the details of this game is that since it's set on an ocean vessel, the maw, objects like sway back and forth. Now over here, this could be a downside. So I push the cart all the way to the buffer, but as you can see, because of the mechanic of items swaying back and forth, it swayed that way. Now here, if you jump too early, you could fall on there and died. And I think I did that at least once or twice. But I didn't hear, so that's good. Keep on going here. Be careful, because the janitor gets his arm. As soon as his arm's up on the pipe, just keep going. I hit a wall. So you're in, just keep running. Run, 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 run. Then slide in. Go up on the box. And when you have like an open area, just... Okay, right here. Just jump in and then pull on the bar. There you go. And then do it again and then you're good. Like that, pull it, and there you go. Chapter 2, practically finished. Sorry about that, janitor. Still love you. Still my favorite character. And there you go. Chapter 2, the lair's done. And this is the beginning of Chapter 3. Okay, so climb up the ladder. Okay, as soon as the first hook comes in, just grab it. You can't waste any time. They're the chefs. Now, this chapter isn't nearly as hard as Chapter 2, because that one's very stressful. The twin chefs aren't, like, that hard to avoid. Like, you know. Over here's when Hunger Pain number 3 starts. There it is. Just jump if you can. And 6 will lead the rat. Over here is pointing my camera into Shadow 6. Okay, so just run. Hop across the metal crates. Now here, I couldn't push that thing all the way. So I had to go to this side, and then it finally pushed. You just keep running. And then go into the double doors. Yeah, I rushed and I missed that part of the cart. Just keep pushing the cart. Over here's when it starts swaying again. And here you are in the kitchen. Slide there. And just run over there. Over here is probably too scared to like think the chef will catch me. And I died there like twice. Here the chef notices you. Just keep running all the way to the right and up there. Just climb up. I wouldn't recommend running across this beam because you could easily fall off and die and get caught by the chef. Just sprint, crouch. And then just immediately start climbing up the cages of fish. Go on through here. Then you'll enter the twin chef's bedroom. Sit here and just run up and go for the key. The chef will wake up, so as soon as the key comes down, you have to hide. Just hide under the bed. Wait for him to leave. I don't know if you hear that, but I just burped. Sorry. Just keep going on with the key. Go over to the elevator. And then go down with the key. Just keep going. The chef goes through there and just run. Luckily he didn't catch me here or spot me. And unlock the door and then come in. I have no idea how that chef didn't hear that, but it works in our favor. Go on through here, and as soon as you get inside, just go up the like elevator or chute, I don't know. And as soon as you're up, go and pull that meat down. And one of the things that can happen is that you come down before the meat does, so you have to get up. Luckily that didn't happen. But if it does, that's not really good because that would waste you a few seconds. And every second matters. Go up and get the other meat. Just swing across this hook and get that one. As soon as you get all three meat in, go back down. And then just pull the thing I believe in our audio video splices coming up soon. I'll tell you when. So swing across. Yeah, there was the video splice. The whole playthrough was segmented in 4 parts. I don't know if there's a way to like get rid of that red thing, but oh well. Okay, so just run across the freezer. I'm surprised that 6 is not even freezing to death. Okay, as soon as he comes in, just hide. Now, I don't know if there's like a way to hide somewhere else and then quickly get in the elevator. If there is, let me know in the comments. So he's gonna do that thing to the box. He's gonna grab the cheese. And as soon as the chef walks over, just start running. Because by the time he notices, you should make it to the elevator. Like that. As soon as you get up, just keep going and into there. And just wait. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, so he's back. So you're just gonna have to go underneath the tables. He's gonna tear the meat open. And he's gonna go up to the table. And as soon as he like goes back to the meat, you gotta go all the way to the room to the left. So go up here, crawl through the duct. As soon as you're in, just run up and go to the press the button for a grinder. And try sliding in. I wasn't able to here, but luckily I still made it. Grab the key and just run all the way back to the elevator. The chef is gonna notice. As soon as you're back down, go and unlock the door. Go inside. Now I try to do this trick where you go down the garbage chute before the chef comes in, but I missed that jump. I tried doing it. I tried doing it again, but I couldn't, so I had no choice but to hide. But I still got the achievement at the end. So he's gonna leave. Okay, that time I got the chute open. So go down the garbage chute. And then just climb up here. Now go to the farthest duct that's open. That one. And just climb up. And just keep running. Slide through there. And go over to the right. Now make sure you don't walk over that glass, because that'll slow down your movement. Switch the lever and then just hide, because the chefs are gonna come in. Now I went all the way to the left down here, and look at this. The chef looks down to look at me, but he could definitely see me, but he didn't do anything. So it worked in my favor, but that was just weird on his part. Or the mechanic's fault. Oh well. So he's gonna notice again, and just slide over, and go up to a stack of plates. Now unfortunately I missed that hook, so I have to wait for another one to come in. So just right across the rail. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, as over there, jump down on the plates, because the chef over there will catch you. And just keep running. Slide under that table. And then climb up the boxes and grab a hook. I wouldn't recommend grabbing a hook, or jumping across and grabbing a hook, because it's just too risky. So you got past the chefs there, and you go on the pipe and crawl through there, and you could actually die there without noticing because of the camera. So that's the end of chapter 3. So this is technically not the start of chapter 4, but it could be since that was the end of chapter 3. So keep running across that pipe, and because there's no like invisible barriers, like you could easily walk off the pipe without realizing. And climb up the ladder. This is one of my favorite parts in the game. Okay, so make sure you're holding the hold button to grab on the chain, because if not, you'll fall into the ocean and die. And there are the fat, obese guests. Wonder why everyone that comes on this boat is fat. Wonder if it's like a rule, I don't know. But this segment here is just a really long climb. Like, you just climb it like you do in when you play the game normally. Okay, I felt comfortable running across this here. If you don't, then yeah, you don't have to, but it'll definitely waste a lot of time. Okay, so this here's technically the beginning of chapter 4, the guest area. Okay, so go through the pipe and run across here, and you could also easily die here without paying attention. Climb up there. There's the lady. Run across and jump over the lamps. I mean, on the lamps. Jump on over there. Keep running. That guest won't spot you, so you're good there. And this is where everything begins. So since you're in, just keep running, because that guy will spot you. Keep running. That guess will stop chasing you. Climb up. Climb up the stack of plates. I don't know why I climbed down, but oh well. Okay, do 2 swings. Run all the way to the right. And this one is pretty stressful. So just zigzag across the table. And I died here twice and I got really frustrated. And over here I rushed and I jumped too far that way, so I fell off, so I have to go back. So I had to go through all the stressful part again. That did not feel good. And I just did it again. So over here I was worried that I might not have enough time, but in this playthrough I did. So I won't recommend like doing this. Just try and just do it once. And this is the time I actually do it. You'll soon see. And the guest in the fedora got me there those 2 times. Okay, I nearly almost missed that jump, so I backed up a little bit. So jump on that hanging tray. I don't know why that has that. Oh well. Run all the way there. Climb up. The guests there will spot you and they'll begin chasing you. Jump up. I love how that ball just flipped over. As soon as that guest sees you, just run all the way back. Climb up the boxes. As soon as he gets stuck, jump over his back. Don't stay on it too long because he'll catch you. And I just kept running and then just slide all the way there. I thought you could slide there, but you had to walk through. So just keep running. When the chefs will come in, run to the bathroom and then just hide. The chef will come in, try to look for you. And when he closes that thing falls, and just throw it to the mirror as soon as you have the chance. Climb up here. And this here is the last segment where you have to walk across like a really thin ledge. And if you fall here, you die. I can't remember if I like did that mistake before while doing this challenge. It's so weird that the chef is like cutting up stuff right here. Oh well. We are nearly done with this playthrough. We just run all the way to the elevator. I hope my voice sounds good enough. Okay, here begins another stressful moment. This is the part where all the guests start popping out, and you have to run like you do in the main game. Just keep running. At least one of those guys, at least 2 of those guests must be the grandparents of Bill from Violet First. That is a hint to why I've planned in the future. Just keep running. Six will get tired, but don't bother. Make sure you don't get too close to those guests. And then just jump. Go on through here. And this is the 4th hunger pain. and soon will come up in our video splice. Just jump. If you played Secrets of the Maw, you know that's the runaway kid. Do you remember? Yeah, there was audio video splice. Do you remember when you first played this before knowing that gnome was the runaway kid? I remember too. Yes, keep running. And by the way, after that moment with the guess, it's really easy from here. There's the lady. She comes in through the elevator. Go and grab any item laying around, and then just go and throw it to the button, like that. And this is the end of Chapter 4, the guest area. And this is the beginning of Chapter 5, the ladies' quarters. Quarters, I should say. Okay, just keep running up the stairs. Just sneak past her like you do in a normal game. And as soon as you're in, go up her bed, go over to this drawer, or nightstand, and then just push the vase over. She's gonna notice, but she doesn't come in, so that's a good thing. I'll just keep running over to the right and back to the locked door. Okay, then you'll go through the dark place. You should just keep walking so you have enough energy to run. Okay, the lady starts running. Just keep running, and then you'll have to slide down there. And if you play this a couple times before doing this challenge, that part should be a breeze. There's all the broken mirrors. Just keep running all the way to the right with to the room with the unbroken mirror. Pull down that plank and just run all the way there. Go pick up the mirror and get your ass down. If you played this before, you'd know the first spotlight is to the left. This boss fight is really easy. Now, okay, I'll tell you in the next spotlight. So that will go down, and then you have to run all to the right, and that will be the next spotlight. So one tip that could be useful is that I believe if the lady comes up in the exact same spot each time, if you point it in that direction, then you'll probably like save a few seconds, or yeah. That could be useful since every second matters. Over here she'll like taunt you a little bit, and then shine the mirror here. Then go back down, and this is the last spotlight. You'll shine the mirror to 3 more times, which adds up to 6, funnily enough. That's the 4th time. Number 5. And number 6. Okay, so she'll yell, mirror's broken. Now, in these next segments, you can't really, like, rush through it, so you have to play it normally. And the timer keeps going. So, over here, 6 will eat the lady. You have to do this normally. I don't think he could, like, jump around like you can the other ones. Sorry. There. 6 leader. Now, I don't know where it said to how to do hard to record, because as I said multiple times before, the trophy descriptions are pretty shit, where they don't tell you anything. And so if you know where it said how to do it, please let me know. I also don't know how people figured out that you're supposed to do a new game. Okay, so after that, here's the segment, and you're almost done. So 6 is down the elevator. So yeah, you can't run. You just have to walk on through like you do in a normal game. Like, why is this still timed if you can't do anything about it? I believe I actually did everything in the required time, but I didn't do a new game, so it didn't count. Just saying. And I think after that is when I started recording and doing the new game part. And I'm not sure if I even played through the game again, the whole main campaign, since after doing this. Maybe I did, I don't remember. So just keep going. 6 kills all the guests. And soon enough, the blinking little eye icon in the corner will start flashing, and that's when the trophy will come up. So the door opens. There's the eye. And there's the trophy. So, bam. That's proof that I got the trophy. And, you don't have to do this. I just did it because I love the game so much, and I just want to do everything that was available with it. I did pretty much everything else before. And this was before The Residence was released, when I got the trophy. So that's really it on like the whole playthrough. I'm just gonna tell you guys a few things. So I was gonna tell you that I had this planned in my previous video about the Lego Alpha Team set, but I forgot to say that. And some updates on the whole situation of Half-Life Alyx. It's been over a month now since the game came out, and I've not been spoiled. It's crazy, and I can't believe it's already been a month, and the Valve Index hasn't come yet. So, I'm thinking it will come, but maybe like sometime in May or at the latest early June if the whole 8 weeks thing. And if you're wondering about how I'm doing during the whole coronavirus, well, I heard that we are not going to go back to school for the rest of the year, so we're gonna be stuck at home, and that's that. I wonder what the school will do with all the student stuff in the lockers. But we'll see. I'm just trying to remember if I had anything else to say. Oh yeah, and Little Nightmares Who's the Runaway Kid Part 3 is still in production. I hope to get it done by May. Sorry if you guys are still waiting on that. These videos just take a long time, and the script ended up being 14 pages long. A lot longer than I expected. So yeah, that's it. On the video, I hope you guys enjoyed the playthrough of me getting this achievement. It's been over 2 years since I earned this. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.